All right, everyone. Welcome back. We're about to kick off our game here Friday. Andy here. Jeff's not enjoying. This is the Nebraska Kearney elite team that we're playing against. We'll see who the home team is, and then we'll get the lineups all set. Beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky. Should be good today. We've got one game at noon today and then two tonight after a bit of a break.
Straight 12.
Okay, thanks. All right, so Batbusters will be the road team, been hitting first. Haley will lead things off here in a couple moments. I'm going to go ahead and put in the opponent's lineup, and then we'll get going here. Yep. Got some festive music playing here in the background if you're listening. All right, Haley's coming up for first pitch here. First pitch in, ball one. Haley at the plate, Cronin on the mound for Nebraska Kearney Elite. I need to find a spot to stand. It's not too sunny. Ball two. One nice thing about these fields, were different fields than last night, is there's a giant net over the viewing area, so foul balls are not a concern, even though there's four fields all very close to each other. There's ball three, 3-0. 12:01, just past noon here in Kansas, 11:01 in Colorado. Welcome all our Colorado fans listening. And 12:01, just past midnight in Vietnam. Welcome our audience there who might be staying up late to watch the game. There's ball four, Haley, with a quick leadoff walk. Brooklyn coming up to the plate. Squares the bunt. Goes foul on the third base side. Ball up high. 1-1 is the count. Haley on first base here, top of the first inning. Both teams wearing their white uniforms today, so a little confusing. Nebraska Kearney Elite has a black shoulder and sleeve. That's maybe the only difference. They're wearing black socks. We're wearing white socks. Count is 1-2 here in Brooklyn. There's a ball outside. 2-2 is the count. Oh, swinging a miss, strike 3. Elena coming up to the plate now. 1 out. Runner on first base here in the top of the first inning. There's a ground ball. Fouled on the first base side. Strike 1. Nice low 80s. Not too humid today here in Kansas City. We'll take that. Fly ball that's going to drop, I think. Oh, no. Nice catch by center fielder. That's going to be a double play. It looked to me like it might drop, but the center fielder made a nice diving catch for the out. Threw back to first base. Haley was thinking the same thing I was, which is going to drop. She didn't want to get caught at second base on the force. Sort of an impossible situation to be in. And that's the end of the first inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the first inning here. Set the defense for you as Batbusters take the field and start warming up. Brooklyn will be on the mound, throwing to Sophie O behind home plate there. Going around the infield from third base, we have Elena. Shortstop is Haley. Second base, Grace. First base, Sophie H. Outfield from left to right will be Rylan, Alex, and Sophie Magley. A lot of teams from Colorado here today. We have an Impact Gold team playing right before us. There's a Batbusters, another Batbusters team, Carpenter, playing at the same time. Angels Quinby playing at the same time as well. So Colorado well represented here in Kansas. We are at the 3-2 West fields. Last night we were at the 3-2 East fields, about 10 minutes away. These fields are all dirt on the infield, grass in the outfield. Yesterday it was turf. First pitch goes in for a ball. Fly ball to left field. Ryland's under it. And there's the first out. Nice start to the game there. So 1 out, brings up second hitter in the lineup, Magnani. Quick scan of their stats. Looks like they're maybe best hitter. Called strike on the outside corner. There's the ball. 1-1 is the count. Foul right back at me. 1-2 is the count. Change up for a ball. 2-2. Another changeup up high there. 3-2 is the count with 1 out. Nobody on base here in the bottom of the first inning. That ball is hit foul. Out of play. Hits our net here. And there's ball 4. Batter now is Schmitz. With the runner on first base, 1 out. Curveball on the outside corner, ball 1. Ball inside, 2-0. That ball's fouled off. 2-1 now. That ball hit well to right field, but foul. Out of play. Goes in as a long strike. 2-2 is the count. There's a change up over to second base. Grace makes the play. Force out at first base. So 2 outs now. Runner does advance to second base on that. It's a little too slow developing of a play to get the lead runner. So that's the right play to go to first base there. Fly ball foul onto the net. And it hits a low spot in the net and gets stuck. There's a ball return behind home plate, but it's not big enough for a softball and only works for baseball. So that's not going to work to get the ball back. Foul ball. Ball up high there. Two balls, two strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second base here. Change up, liner right there. So we go to the second inning. Seen a couple throws down to second on warm-ups from the catchers. Got a good arm. Left-handed catcher. We've seen a lot of those lately. Seems to be a trend. But accurate throws so far, at least in warm-ups. Haven't tested it yet in the game, but we'll see what happens if we can get a runner on base with some speed. Seffi will be leading things off here in the top of the second inning for the Batbusters. First pitch in outside, ball 1. Foul ball off to the right side. 1-1 is the count. That ball's up high, 2-1. Seffi at the plate here. Ooh, swing and a miss, strike 2. 2-2 is the count. Oh, nice pitch, low and outside corner. Swing and a miss there for the first out. So that brings Sophia Magley up to the plate. There's a called strike 1. Ball low and inside. 1-1. Fields yesterday had a nice concession stand area and some shade to be found. If there's a concession stand here, I haven't found it yet. It's mostly concrete and metal bleachers. So swing and a miss. 1-2 is the count. Outside. 2-2. That's where the pitcher wants to be. Had a good strikeout in the first at bat and a nice low outside pitch. See if they go there again on 2-2. Brings it in, ground ball to third base, over to first, and out for second out of the inning. So that's going to bring Alex to the plate here with 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Still looking for our first hit. We had a walk in the first inning. Ball low and outside for ball 1. 1-0 is the count. There's a called strike. 1-1. Ground ball, second base, fields it cleanly over to first, and that's the third out of the inning. So we'll go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless here, with Batbusters going out on the field, and Kearney Elite coming up to hit. Coming up to hit here is number 99. We had a 99 last night. That's a popular number here. Congratulations to the Carolina Hurricanes for winning the Stanley Cup game last night, going up 3-2 over the Vegas Knights. Just reminded me every time I see 99, I think of Wayne Gretzky. First pitch in, nice, strike 1 out on that outside corner. There's a fly ball to right field hit. Wow, that's going to drop right in front of the right field. But they throw down to first base. Didn't have a play there, but it was worth an effort there in case the runner wasn't hustling. Goes in as a single. So leadoff single here for Kearney Elite. And now the pitcher comes up to the plate here, Conan. Swinging and a strike 1. Nice pitch there. There's a fly ball, shallow. It's going to be trouble. Ryland Kent charging in, was able to get a glove on it, but unable to hold on to it as he was in a full sprint there. And so the ball drops in for a single. And runners are on first and second base with nobody out. That's just one of those unfortunate, you get what you wanted, sort of a weaker pop-up, but it was right in that space between the infield and the outfield. And not really a play to be made. Let's see if they can work their way out of this here. Maybe get a force on the lead runner at third. That'd be nice. Spread a bunt. It's a nice bunt right in front of home plate. Throw over to first is offline out to right field, and that's going to score a couple. Runner's going to move all the way up to third base on that. So unfortunate. Just a bunt right in front of home plate leads to a 3-base error and 2 runs scored. So with nobody out here, we now have a runner on third base, and the score is now 2-0. Kearney Elite. So bring up Schmidt. No relation to Mike. Bunting again. And there's foul. Runner on third base, nobody out. Figured we weren't able to execute the bunt defense last time. Let's try it again. Don't blame them. 0-1. Let's see if they try it one more time here. Swinging away. That ball hit foul. Oh, 2 is the count. Fly ball. Shortstop's calling for it. Oh, Haley with the catch. Here's the first out. So number 9 hitter in the lineup coming up to the plate here. Birdwell for Kearney Elite. Still runner on third base, 1 out. 2 runs are in. Squares the bunt. Foul ball. So they're going to keep doing that until we can show we can stop it. At least on the first pitch. Last time they took it off after the first bunt attempt was unsuccessful. Let's see what they do here. Squares again, sticking with it, but fouls it right back into themselves. So 0-2 is the count, and you would think that will take the bunt off entirely. There's a ground ball at third base. Elena goes home with it. Never had a chance. The runner wasn't a force. Runner was too far along. And everyone is safe. So it is 3-0 now with 1 out. Runner on first base. And all 3 runs on balls that were not hit past the infield. There's a ball that's hit nicely. Line drive up the middle. That'll be a solid single. So runners on first and second base, 1 out. 3 runs in here. Left-handed hitter coming to the plate. I imagine they're going to do bunt again. Not been able to execute anything shallow on the infield. Bunting. Pulls back. I see some potential confusion in how our defense is getting set up, and that no one is necessarily going to cover first base on a bunt. Let's watch that one more time. No, actually, that was the better rotation there. Second base covered first as first base charged. Shortstop covered third as third base charged. There is a force at second, but you're not likely going there in this situation, and center fielder can come in and field that if needed. 1-1 is the count. Bunting again. That's a good bunt. Oh boy. Goes right in between Atlanta and Brooklyn. Neither one of them able to get to it, and the bases are loaded. So, rough start here for the Batbusters. Just not able to execute infield defense on the bunts. And that leaves the bases loaded now with the score 3-0 and only one out. Let's see if we can turn it around here and get out of this without any more damage. Foul ball. We do now have the force at home. And so if everybody keeps the ball in front of them, comes home. That'll be the play. There's a called strike on the changeup. You don't want to give up any more runs at this point, down 3-0. Still early in the game, but every run that you give up from here on out is going to be that much harder to gain back. Ooh, almost got her on the high pitch, but holds back. So 1-2 is the count. There's a foul ball. Count remains 1-2. Jeff must be loving all the bunting back home. Hope you're enjoying this. There's a ground ball fielded by Sophie at first base. She knocks it down. Only play there is to get the out at first. So with 2 outs, runner on second and third. And we're at the top of the lineup here. One more run came in, so it's 4-0 now. There's ball one. There's the ball up high, 2-0. Ball's up high, 3-0 is the count. There's ball 4. First base was open, so no damage done with the walk, but base is now loaded, no room for error as the number 2 hitter in the lineup comes up to the plate. And this person walked their first time up, and at least in their game changer data, they're perhaps strongest hitter. Changeup, strike one. When Brooklyn's got the changeup working, it's a bit of a game changer in terms of effectiveness. And that first pitch changeup, hitter's not expecting it, so they let it go by. Perfect pitch there. If they try to swing at it, they're probably a little off balance, and you hope to get some weak contact. Count is now 1-1. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning, 4-0. Kearney a lead in the lead. There's a swing and a miss. Nice pitch there. 1-2 is the count. That's where the changing of the speeds can really be effective. Keep the hitter a little off balance, swinging from their heels. dirt. Had our flyover for the day. Let's take a look and see who gave us the nice flyover. There's Private Jet. There's a fly ball that's foul. There's a Private Jet coming in from Olathe, Kansas. Looks like it's just doing a little bit of a round trip. Maybe a little flight lesson there. Giving us the, maybe just came for the flyover. Thank you so much. Ooh, that was a close pitch. Just missed inside, and so that's going to make the count full. Runners are going to be moving, which means play is going to have to be at first base. Swing, ground ball. It's like a swinging bunt. Elena picks it up. Sophie stretches at first, and they get the out. So good defensive play to end the inning after a rough inning overall there. That was definitely your swinging bunt situation. But Elena with a nice job getting on that. Good hard throw over to first. Sophie with a nice stretch to end the inning and get out of that bases loaded jam. We go to the top of the third inning, 4-0, Kearney Elite. Batbusters looking for their first hit of the game. Let's hope they get the bats rolling here as we have 7, 8, 9, and hopefully 10 at the bat for the Batbusters, and then we'll go to the top of the lineup as we're batting 10.
My daughter's subbing in with the guys. Where do we need to go? I mean, I know she's got to get her shirt from the coach or whatever, but... Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Here we go. Grace leading things off here. Top of the third inning. First pitch in for a called strike. 1-0. Oh, 0-1. Sorry. Ground ball. Swinging bunt here again. Close play at first, but they get the out. We saw a 787 Dreamliner fly over on his way from Auckland, New Zealand, over to JFK, New York. There's a bunt attempt. That's going to drop fair, and that's going to be a single there. So that was a nice play there. So that was Sophie O who had the bunt for a single. Caught the defense by surprise. Now Sophie H got at the plate as we got our first hit. 1 out, runner on first base. I was a little distracted by the Dreamliner. Sophie's bunting. That's a nice bunt on the first base line. They're going to tag her, so sacrifice. And I missed the Grace play. She was actually safe on first base. And so now Ryland bunts. She's safe at first base. 2 runs score on that bunt, and so we're doing the same thing. This is all happening very fast, I have to say. Having a hard time keeping up with it. So bottom of the lineup generates 2 runs. We had 3 bunts in the inning so far, plus a swinging bunt. And it's now 4-2. Ryland is on first base here with just one out. Haley at the plate as we're at the top of the lineup, so both teams using the bunt to generate offense. There's a ground ball. Shortstop fields it, tries to tag second, but Ryland, so much speed there. She was there, so everyone is safe. That's going to be Brooklyn up to the plate now, and there's going to be a mound visit as the Kearney elite coach isn't happy with what's going on with the defense. So top of the third inning here, the score is now 4-2. Batbusters have runners on first and second base with one out. Brooklyn at the plate. 2 runs already in on the inning. And let's see if we get these 2 runners on base in to tie the score and maybe get more. There's a swing and a miss. 0-1 is the count. Ball outside, 1-1. Pitcher takes a long time to get a signal from the dugout. Brooklyn steps out. And here we go. Fouled off. 1-2 is the count. Ball out high and outside. 2-2. Pitcher's trying to stay outside on Brooklyn. That's been a good pitch when she can hit her spot. 2-2 count. Runners on first and second with one out. Ooh, hits Brooklyn. She was hit by a pitch yesterday too. That's the second time. Bases are going to be loaded now. She seems to be okay. Shakes it off. Walking it off now a little bit on first base. So that stung. Got her, I think, in the hip. Wincing a little bit there, so everyone takes a moment, make sure she's okay. We're going to get this courtesy runner for our pitcher, potentially. Not going to do a courtesy runner. She says, I'm staying in the game. So Elena now comes up to the plate. Big opportunity here with the bases loaded. Called strike. 0-1 is the count. Ball outside, 1-1. See if we could do a hit here would be phenomenal. If not a hit or a walk, maybe a productive out to get the run in. There's a foul ball straight back. 1-2 now. Got Ryland on third base, Haley on second base, Brooklyn on first base. Good speed. I thought maybe they'd do a squeeze bunt, but not in this situation. And that's going to work. That's going to be a fly ball to right field. It will be caught, but Ryland is going to score on the tag up, and runner Haley advances from second to third. Runner on first properly holds. So a perfect sacrifice fly, though. It's exactly what you want if you're not going to get a hit there. a productive out. It's now 4-3. Runners on first and third base. There's now 2 outs and Steffi at the plate. Let's see if we can get that tying run in. First pitch is a swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Just a little ahead of that one from what I could see skating here. There's the ball up high. Brooklyn takes second base. They don't throw down. So advancing on the defensive indifference there. The count is now 1-1. But that puts the tying and go-ahead runs in scoring position for Steffi. That's a well-hit foul ball, but out of play. And so 1-2. There's the ball. 2-2 is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on base. Top 3. Ball up high. Full count here. First base is now open after the steal by Brooklyn. Oh, swing and a miss there. So a productive inning for the Batbusters. They don't get all the way back, but they do get 3 runs. And so we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's now 4-3, much closer game. Batbusters come out. No defensive changes. It's a bit of a wild scene here. We've got music playing. Kids throwing Birkenstocks up at the netting to try to get the balls free. A couple of low spots, balls are getting stuck in. Let's see if he can make it here. He winds up for the throw. Does not quite have the distance. I think the overhand form is not going to quite get there. He's going to have to go underhand, but the kid's been pulled back, pulled by the parent. So you're out of that game. That ball's going to stay there. Maybe somebody else will come by later and give it a shot. Little Munsters music playing in the background. Unless that was Adam's Family, but I don't think so. I think that was Munsters. We've talked about them before. Jeff is a big fan of Adam's Family. I like Adam's Family, but more of a Munsters fan myself. Here we go. Bottom 3. We're at 3, 4, 5 in the lineup for Kearney Elite. First pitch change-up, ball 1. 1-0 is the count. Oh, kid's back now with a ball to try to make this work. This has danger written on it. Let's take a look. Hard ground ball. Grace picks it up at second, over to Sophie at first. Nice play. So 1 out here. 2 attempts at the ball on the netting, so far unsuccessful. Did make it to the netting, so that was a success. But I think the overhand throw is probably the mistake. I think it's an underhand situation. Oh, that one came close. Hit the net, moved the ball, but it's going to take a big shot for that ball to move. Back to the game. First pitch in, strike 1. 1 out here. 0-1 is the count to the hitter. Bottom of the 3rd inning. There's the ball low. 1-1 is the count. Line drive to center field. That's going to be a single. Update on the ball that was up on the net. Kid made it. Hit the ball, hit the net. The ball successfully rolled to the hole, popped on down. Success. Perseverance. That's what it's all about. So we got one out here with a runner on first base. Number 99 coming up to the plate. Single to right field first time up. And the ball low and inside. Runner steals second base on that. Throw goes in the center, but the runner doesn't advance further. So 1-0 count now with the runner on second base and one out. There's the bunt. Nice bunt. Elena fields it. Over to Grace on first. Out at first. Runner advances to third. So 2 outs now. Runner on third base. That was properly played there by the defense. Getting that second out is important. Even though there's a runner at third base, we can get the out here. Then that runner does not matter. Pitcher up at the plate. Single to center field last time up. First pitch in low for ball one. 1-0. Ball 2-0. First base is open, but you don't need to give that up here with 2 outs. At the same time, you don't want to groove one down the middle and give up the run on third. There's a long foul ball out of play. So 2-1. Oh, nice changeup. That was perfect there, swing and a miss. She was way ahead of the last one and crushed a foul and was thinking, oh, I'm going to hit this next pitch over the fence. So we pulled the string on the changeup and he was way ahead. So, and another changeup. Not a bad idea. 2 in a row. That one misses outside and high, so it's a full count here. 3-2 with 2 outs. Popped up foul behind home plate coming on the net. Ball's rolling around. It's going to come out the hole here. Josh is going to make the play. Let's see if he makes it cleanly. Oh, off one bounce, and a kid steals it at the interception. Josh could have had it. He was being nice to the kid who wanted that souvenir, even though it's going back in the game. Count remains full. Another foul ball there. Just out of play. 3-2. He gave it a good effort there, but just right out of real estate. 3-2 still. Runner on third base. 2 outs. Oh, the changeup gets her. I don't think that was a drop third strike, but they play it out anyway. And no runs in that inning, so good inning there for the Batbusters. We go to the top of the 4th. It is 4-3. Kearney Elite still in the lead, but had a good inning last at bat for the Batbusters. Let's see if we can keep it going. As we'll have 5, 6, 7 in the lineup. Sophie Magley will lead things off when we get started. second game of the day is at 6 p.m. local time, 5 p.m. Colorado time. If you're planning your Friday evening back in Colorado, we have a game 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. local time. That'll be 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Colorado time tonight. So a long break of about 4 hours between games, depending on when this ends. Here we go in the top of the fourth inning with Silky Nagli at the plate. First pitch in, ball one. Ground ball just fouled on the third base line. 1-1. Ball inside, 2-1. There's a called strike. 2-2 is the count. Ball up high, 3-2. Comes the payoff pitch on a full count. Ground ball to third base. Over to first. And there's an out. Unusually high percentage of slow ground balls to third base in this game on both sides. I'm not sure if there's something about the field or the batter's box, the wind, maybe the position of the sun and the moon, but I haven't seen that happen so frequently. That one is not a slow ground ball to third base. That's a hard hit foul ball off to the right side by Alex for strike one. There's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Not a great throw to first base, but the first baseman fields it, and there's an out. So 2 quick outs on ground balls. It's going to bring Grace to the plate. Grace has made several nice plays in the field, and also reached to kind of get that whole rally going her last time at bat. The ball up high. 1-0 is the count. Ground ball foul. 1-1 is the count with 2 outs. Nobody on base. Top of the fourth inning. Batbusters down 4-3. Ball low and outside. 2-1. Foul ball off the right side out of play. Count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. And that'll end the inning as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Defensive substitution as Seffi comes into the game to play first base. No other changes. It's warming up out here. Ball one to start things off here. We're 7, 8, 9 in the batting order for Kearney Elite. This batter reached on a bunch of error last time. Fouls it off to the right side. So 1-1. There's a fly ball that's going to dink fair right over the infield down the third base line for a single. Not particularly well hit, but well placed. No chance for anyone to get that. Good job getting that ball in so it didn't turn into anything more, but leadoff single, and that brings up the number 8 hitter in the lineup, Schmidt. Bunting, offered, missed it. That's strike one. So they're going back to the bunt, see if we can handle the defense on it. Ball one. Wonder why. This person did the same thing last time. They attempted a bunt on the first pitch, swung away on the second pitch, and popped out to shortstop. We'll take that again here if they're willing to give it to us. Bunting again, though. Butt foul. So interesting. It was bunting. Then they took the sign off. Put it back on again. Maybe trying to catch the defense a little bit off guard. Or it could have just been a missed sign by the hitter. Nonetheless, it's 1-2, so we're not going to see a bunt here. Ooh, almost offered but didn't, so that's a ball. 2-2. Fouled off to the right side. Batter's late on all of these, so I mean, maybe busting inside with something fast. Don't want to throw a change up to a batter who's late, because that will actually be their perfect timing. Did throw the change up. They only were able to get a tip there, so maybe that'll work in our benefit by changing speeds there. Change the mindset of the hitter. 2-2 is the count. We have nobody out running on first base. Fouled off again to the right side. 2-2. A good job by the hitter staying alive. Gonna have to get him to chase something. Or catch him off guard with a pitch they don't swing at in the strike zone. There's a ball, 3-2. So a big pitch coming up. We want to win this one. Ground ball, second base. Nice job by Grace getting over there. Gets the force out at first. So good job getting that out. So with one out, there was a runner on second base. Advanced on that play. There was no play at second base. That ball was hit to Grace's left towards first base. She had to come over pretty far to make the play. So one out, runner on second base. Here comes Birdwell. Hit into a fielder's choice first time out. Bunting. But foul. Swinging away. That's popped up. It might be a play at the fence. Sophio gives a good effort there. Unable to get there. But the count is now 0-2. Ball high and outside, 1-2. That's popped up, also out of play. I thought it's going to roll all around the netting, right above me here. Make its way to the little hole. Come on down. Popped foul again. That one off the fence. I'm going to retrieve these foul balls. Announcing and foul ball retrieving at once. I think there's a award. It's kind of like an Emmy award for doing two things at once. There's a pop-up that is playable. Grace calls for it. That's the second out. Nice job there by Brooklyn to end that.
Weibel. Wow, you were way off.
I was way off.
That foul ball I just got landed in a bag that had other players' balls. Interesting. There's a fly ball to center field. It's going to drop. Run's going to score. Nope. Good throw. Keeps the runner from scoring. So runners on first and third with 2 outs. No score. Nobody in yet. 2 outs now, bottom 4th. Runners on first and third, so got some danger. This is the number 11 hitter in the lineup. They bunted last time up, reached base on a single. It kind of went right in between first base and third base. Nobody was able to get to it. I think the left side, showing bunt. Ball 1. Throw the runner out going to second base. They'll try to do the double steal. So that was an exciting end of the inning. It wasn't expected. It's 4-3 as we go to the 5th inning here. Kearney Elite up by 1. Maybe that will give us a little momentum offensively as Sophie O will lead things off. She bunted for a single her first time up, caught the defense by surprise. Pitcher had to come in and try to get it. No chance. Sophie O, Sophie H, and Ryland this inning. Foul ball. This is where part of the lineup that generated our rally earlier in the game. Let's see if we can do it again. Mostly driven by bunts early on. Oh, 1 count. I'm checking, make sure the catcher's okay as that ball went off her mask, it looked like. Swing and a miss. 0-2 is the count now. No bunt hits or setbacks. That's still alive here. Let's see if we can make something happen. Ball up high. 1-2. Ball again outside. 2-2 now. Fouled back. Count remains 2-2. There's a ball high and outside. Full count here. Good job by Sophie O to work back after starting out in the hole. It's now 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. Ooh, nice pitch. Swing and a miss. So 1 out. Sophie H now coming to the plate. Ooh, that was called a strike. Not where Sophie wanted it. Looked just a bit outside. If you're not looking there on the first pitch, you're not swinging. There's a liner over to second base, and that's going to be fielded for the second out. They're going to bring Ryland up to the plate. Ball 1. Ground ball, shortstop, bounces off the shortstop's glove. And so Ryland will reach on that. Here comes Haley now. All up high. Let's see if Ryland goes. I mentioned earlier, catcher's got a good arm. Let's see if we test it out here. 1-0 count with 2 outs. Not going. Haley pops it up to center field. Center fielder under it and makes the catch for the 3rd out. So we're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 4-3. Getting a little late on time, but probably have time for one more inning. have one more inning. I mean, after the Kearney Elite hit, hopefully it'll be relatively quick. I'll probably get one more about in the 6th inning. Don't think we can go further than the 6th inning with the time left, which is probably about 15 minutes. We're at 11-12-1 in the lineup for Kearney Elite. Left-handed batter. They were at the plate when last inning ended. Looked for a bunt. He was in the dirt, so pull back. Ball 1. Pulls it back on the high pitch. 2-0. See some chips and queso coming by, so there must be concessions here somewhere. There's a called strike. Nice pitch there. Not looking a bunt there on the 2-0 pitch. Maybe it was just straight taken. I think show and bunt is the way to take there after the first 2 pitches, but it's 2-1 now. Let's see if the bunt's back on or what their plan here is. Yep, bunt's back on. It's a good bunt. Just misplayed that one. Slow to react. And runner safe at first. So with nobody out, runner on first base. Showing bunt again. Runner steals second. It was a close play at second. But in there safely. So now 1-0 count here. Runner on second base as Kearney Elite looks to add an insurance run or so. Showing bunt. That was a foul ball. Leda tried to pick it up fair. Would have had the out at first base, but umpire calls it foul. Could have let it roll foul, but Elena thought, I can get this out here. I'm going to make the play, which she did, but just picked it up a smidge too late on the foul side of the line. Now swinging away. That's a swing and a miss. So 1 and 2, bunt play is off. Change up. Outside, ball 2. 2 and 2. There's a changeup. That's going to be a fly ball to left field. Ryland deep, makes the catch, throws it in. Runner does not tag. Nice throw there by Ryland. So with 1 out now, we go to the top of the lineup. Runner on second base. Another left-handed batter. I expect to see bunts here. Let's see if that's what in fact they do. First one has a fly out and a walk on the day. Swinging away. Ball 1. 1-0. There's the ball. Interesting there. We see this a lot. Batter took a long time to come back in the box. Multiple practice swings. Came in, asked for time, and the ump did not give it to her. We could have pitched while her hand was up. There's the ball up high. 3-0. That's something they teach you when you get to the higher levels. The ump doesn't grant that timeout and the hitter's not ready. Throw the pitch. Change up. That's ball 4. That looked like it might have hit something, but I didn't. Runner advances to third as the ball got away. So we have runners on first and third with 1 out. Pinch runner coming in. That's a courtesy, I think, for the catcher. So a walk and a ground up to third base for this batter, Magnana, number 2 in the lineup. They're bunting. They want to let, oh, that's going to stop right on the line. That's a perfect bunt. That's going to load the bases up with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ground ball to shortstop. They come home. They get the force out at home. Nice job by Haley over to Sophie O. So bases remain loaded, but now 2 outs. No runs in yet.
We're not bothering you.
Oh, you're fine. Okay, yeah. Here we go, 0-2 count, bases loaded, bottom of the 5th inning, score still 4-3. Really want to keep it that way. First pitch in for a ball. Line out to second base and a single to center field. And the 2 at-bats for the current hitter here. Their cleanup hitter, number 11, Jacobson. Big moment here in the game. There's the ball up high. So 2-0. Don't want to fall behind any further here. Need to get an out. There's a foul ball straight back. 2-1. Nice pitch by Brooklyn. I must have had a pitch wrong somewhere there. It's actually 1-2 is the count. There's a fly ball foul out of play. Count remains 1-2. Oh, okay. I had it right. It's 2-2. Just couldn't see the umpire. He had put his hand up. I thought I put up 1-2. There's a change up high, so full count. Maximum danger here. 3-2 count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Runners will be moving. Infield will need to go 1 most likely. Ground ball up the middle. Haley gets it and steps on second base. She was right there. Great play by Haley to get out of that bases loaded jam. So this is his last at bat here, most likely. Feel pretty confident saying that. We're in the top of the 6th inning. It's 4-3. Getting out of that jam, maybe get a little momentum going. They're calling game here. I don't understand why they'd be calling game here. There's lots of time left. Has it been 85 minutes? 80. Yep, game's going. The other team tried to call it. They thought the game was over. Let's see if we can take advantage of that. Too much time left to say that's the end of the game.
Hey, the rules are right here. Ryan, go grab them.
There's plenty of time left. It's only if there's 5 minutes left to the end of the game. No, there's more than that. We're only at 80 minutes. We're only at 80 minutes when that inning ended. I've got the clock. I'm the scorekeeper of the game. There was 80 minutes gone by when that inning ended.
I gotta get my UFC. I can't. No offense. You know. No, I was just taking.
I got the clock. It was 80 minutes at the end of that inning, so we're good.
I need.
Other team is trying to protest. I haven't seen a team so adamantly try to end the game in that fashion. All right, we're going to keep going. The rule is actually no new inning after 90 minutes. It's a 95-minute game here.
How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm good. How's it going?
We're down by 1, going to the last inning.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was that?
They wanted the game to be over because they thought time had run out, but that is not, in fact, what happened.
Good.
So
Home?
we are the road team, so down by 1.
Okay, so got to score a couple in.
4-3, top of the 6th. Also, just so you know, I'm live broadcasting, so
Oh.
you're on if you want to say hi.
Well, hello.
Who do I have here?
Alex.
Alex, who are you playing for this weekend?
Impact Gold.
How's it going?
It's going really well.
Yeah?
Yeah, we are 3-1 right
3
now.
and 1.
3 and
Nice.
1.
Good job representing Colorado.
How about you guys?
We're 1-1. Hoping to go 2-1 here
Sure.
and get one more.
Sophie pitching?
Had not pitched this game.
Last game?
Pitched yesterday.
Okay, good.
Yeah, game and a half for, well, parts of 2 games.
You guys got 3 today?
Yeah, noon, and then 6 and 8 p.m.
Oh, yikes. We had 8, 10, and 4.
That is, they're spread out.
Yeah.
Holy cow. All right. Officially the last inning now. Good to see you.
You too.
That was Alex from former teammate of Sophie H's from Erie High School out here in Kansas. Ball 1. Brooklyn at the plate here. There's another ball up high. 2-0. Foul ball, 2-1. The big debate there was whether you can start a new inning after 85 or 90 minutes. It really didn't matter because that last inning ended before we hit either of those marks. Foul ball, straight back. 2-2. Two, three, four in the lineup. Ball up high. So a 3-2 count here. Good pitcher in the game. Sorry for not mentioning that earlier. Schmidt, number 2. Foul ball, straight back. Brooklyn doing a good job staying alive. Either draw a walk or get that pitch that you really want. Give it a ride. Brooklyn's got over the fence power. Oh, just nailed the low outside corner for a called strike looking. So not the start we wanted, but we still got a couple outs to go. Scoreless game. My bad. 4-3 game. There's a line drive to left field. That's going to drop. And misplayed a little bit, but not enough to get going. So nice hit there by Elena. Signal to left field. Seffi at the plate now. With one out, runner on first base here. Runner on first base is the tying run. See what we can do. Oh, swing and a miss. That was trying to take the lead kind of swing. Something hard to right center field here would do a lot of damage, I think. Ball up high, 1-1. There's another ball up high, 2-1. In the dirt, 3-1 now. I'm sure she'll have the green light. It's got to be right where she wants it.
All right, let's go, Seth. Here we go,
Got it where she wanted. Oh, I don't understand that play at all. Caught stealing. That was the tying run on first base, and now we're down to 2 outs, no one on base. There's a 3-2 count. I think they were thinking, well, on 3-1, we're either going to get a walk or she's going to hit it because she's only swinging where she wanted. But super risky there. And that brings us down to our last strike. Fouls it straight back. 3-2. And that's the game. 2 strikeouts looking in the last at bat. Not the way you want to go down. And at the end of the top of the 6th inning, the game is over. 4-3. Kearney Elite beats Colorado Batbusters. We'll be back in about 4.5 hours for our second game of the day. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you later, and bye.